right, assisted living fans, hope you're doing well. I still plan on doing my season 1 overview video, but this one is a little different. I wanted to try to do more of a positive-esque video, if you will. This video is simply me, myself, and I. 5 ways that perhaps if season 2, if these 5 things were done in season 2, it might make me more inclined to watch season 2, because season 1 did not leave anything to be desired. I just don't feel like I want to watch it anymore, but I will give it the benefit of the doubt. I will at least watch the first few episodes of season 2. And if nothing changes, I'm probably going to drop the show, but if it gets better, I'll probably try to hang in there. So, but that being said, make sure you like the video, hit subscribe, click the bell notification icon, and select all. That way you don't miss out when I post new content to the channel, and follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. So, in no particular order, well, actually, no, let me go ahead and put it in order. I actually got the notes in front of me. Why not? Look, let me just say it this way. Will my screenshots line up with my dialogue? I don't know, but let me just say this. So, number 5, new characters. This is supposed to be an assisted living facility. Now, trust and believe, I understand that they're going through the sheriff obstacle of not getting approved for the license, and they're in danger of being kicked out of the facility due to it not being fit to stay in until they get said license to approve people living there, because at the time, for the time being, it's like, unless you're working at the facility, you're not supposed to be there. I was hoping by now that perhaps instead of just residents living there, because why have an assisted living facility if you're not going to have any elderly people living there to be new characters? Kind of like the boarding house that Brown owned in Meet the Browns. It would have been cool to have at least maybe 2 or 3 new characters show up just to visit the facility. Hell, even if like people were passing through the facility just to see what it's like, they could be like the children or the relatives of an older family member that they plan to drop off at the facility. However, I will say that season 1 did confirm that the reason these visitations haven't happened yet is because they don't have all the licensing in place. It has been mentioned that the phone's been blowing off the hook. They've been scheduling people who are interested, and based off even a fraction of the list of names and phone numbers and contacts they have, the facility will be up and running full to capacity. So I will give it that. I completely understand season 1 not having a lot of new characters. We had Lindor show up. We had his father, the sheriff, showed up. I think we had a couple of like, what was it? An inspector show up at some point. But for the most part, it's getting a bit boring with the same characters in the same setting, which leads to number 4. Guys, we definitely need to get some new locations, because like I've mentioned time and time again, there is a lot of tell but not a lot of show. They tell us the events that go on outside the facility. Oh, the sheriff is abusive. Oh, Jeremy went to confront the sheriff. Oh, Jeremy hit the sheriff. Oh, Jeremy's in jail. Oh, Sandra got into the car with this mysterious bus driver that they don't know about. Oh, we got, I know I keep saying oh a lot, but damn it, if the show can repeat dialogue, so can I. Oh, we actually have Cora and Leah trying to get Jeremy out of jail. They go down to like town hall or city hall to try to get, the license and all, but nothing happens. We're basically told a lot of important things that should be happening on screen. I know that there are some people who speculate assisted living was filmed during the pandemic and yada, yada, yada. I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure assisted living and House of Pain were already in development of filming right before the pandemic got big. I think those shows were filmed in early 2020. Look, I can be completely wrong. I've forgotten. It's been so long. I know I got videos on the dates on the channel. I just didn't feel like looking it up. Say what you want to. The reason I feel like assisted living doesn't get a pass for me is the fact that Sister Season 2 was filmed during the pandemic. It was the first production on Tyler Perry Studios to be filmed after the lockdown started. Look at how many different locations and sets Sisters took place in. Assisted living does not get a pass with me on that. So season 2, we better have some new locations. Number 3, Philip, or as Hattie would say, Philip. Give that boy a damn story, because like I said in my other videos, it's like, I don't mind the character. Like I said before, any of these actors up here, even if their role is minuscule, get your paper, build that resume. I am not mad at you. All I'm saying is, it feels like with Philip just being reduced to a background character, he's become so self-aware. He's like, oh, let me guess, you guys want to talk with Sandra, so you want me to leave. Okay, let me get my headphones and eat some oatmeal with Grandpa. I mean, some applesauce with Grandpa, and that's it. Grandpa Vinny. And that's it. It's like, it's all about Sandra and her storyline with Lindor, with being disrespected by her parents in her mind by sneaking out. It's all about her, while Philip is just kind of there. I mean, if Philip was not going to be a character of importance, then he really shouldn't have been written into the show to begin with. It should have just been Sandra, and it would have worked. I get it though. It's like, oh, we need to have the millennials, to have the kids with the older people who don't understand today's generation. So that's why we needed Philip there to be a foil to Sandra. But it's gotten to the point where Philip has just become a non-factor. It's like, anytime it seems like Philip and Sandra are actually having a good sibling moment, either Brown or their parents come in, and then Philip just takes a back seat. So I hope that they give Philip a storyline. A couple of people in the comment section on one of my videos, like, what if they do a thing where Philip, being self-aware as he is, figures that the only way to get his parents' attention is to be a bad child himself? And that would be interesting. It would at least be something. Hell, even give him a girlfriend or something. I mean, I know his father mentioned he has a thing for feet, so it's like, well, then again, I don't know. Would that be offensive to people with foot fetishes, or would it just be something that would be like a running gag? In a sense, it would be like Full House with Kim McGilder with the stinky feet, but in this case, it would be Philip dating a girl who he notices has nice feet. I don't know. Look, I know it sounds weird, but damn it, give the boy something. Just give Philip a storyline. Number 2. I'm labeling this category less comedy. What I mean by that is, one of the issues I had with this season is the fact that there was a lot of moments where it was just dragged on jokes that really didn't land for me. I will admit, the Brown and Vinny banter, back and forth banter, one of the strongest parts of season 1, I will admit. I do like the Brown and Vinny back and forth. Even when they're bantering, they sometimes have like a friendly moment where it's like, look, I don't like you either. But then at the end of the day, it's almost like Hattie and Floyd from Love Thy Neighbor. In a sense, I kind of get that vibe in terms of their back and forth. My problem is where they try to force feed us some sort of drama at like the tail end of an episode, or when there's a serious thing going on, like the whole thing with Jeremy being with Leah and Jeremy finding out about the sheriff threatening their daughter, and then Vinny and Brown think somebody's having an affair, and they keep running that joke when it's supposed to be a serious moment. I think, yeah, you know what? I think like maybe the category should be a balance between comedy and drama. Like, if you want to be a comedy, even if it's bad, stick with it, as opposed to trying to just insert drama when it's highly overshadowed by the comedy. Not only that, you try to insert drama of, oh, Sandra, you need to watch out for child trafficking. Oh, Lindor's being abused. When you only give us like small doses of that, but you don't show us any of those things happening, it just seems incredibly forced and out of place. So I would say that in season 2, I would like to see a lot more balance, if you will, with less comedy and more solid storytelling and drama. So it goes back to like number 4 and 5 when it comes down to new set pieces and new characters. And then the number 1. Now let me just put it this way. Even though this is number 1, it's not number 1 to me, but I could just tell based off the heavy use of the character in terms of being referenced as well as fans. A Medea cameo. I remember doing one of my favorite videos to do for season 1 of Assisted Living was the whole having Joe being a member of the assisted living residency, but more people want to see Medea, because I do think Joe and Vinny would just play off each other so damn well. And then Medea, if nothing else, like I think one of my favorite critiques of season 1 was in one of the recent episodes where Cora said she would call Medea to ask for the money to get Jeremy out of jail for bail, but Medea did nothing but yell, so her hearing was messed up. That would have been a perfect time for a Tyler Perry Medea voiceover, but we didn't get it. So just to have Medea on there once, like, you know, because sadly, I don't think we're going to get said cameo, because Vinny remembered that he hooked up with Bertha, not Medea, so there's no way he could be Cora's father. But those are my top 5 wants for assisted living season 2, and maybe if even 2 out of these 5 things are fulfilled, I would be a lot happier. But let me know what you think. What other things do you think assisted living should do to improve in season 2? And please refrain from just saying stop the show and make it Meet the Browns, because once again, don't do that. Leave Meet the Browns the way it is, because we saw what happened when they brought back House of Pain, and it was not good quality compared to the first 8 seasons. So make sure you comment your thoughts below, and if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month.